Circle Report, and I'm your host Alejandro Correa, and we have a guest today from Chicago, undefeated fighter, 3-0 with 3 knockouts, Cat Aiura, also known as Samurai Cat. How you doing today?
Sword,
you forgot your sword? I was really hoping
it's around.
For the next one, we'll forget it. We'll
exactly. You gotta save something for that.
Right. How do you like fighting out in Chicago besides this weather?
You gotta do like a snow fight one day so that people actually really get it what Chicago's about. I love fighting out Chicago because I grew up in this, like the city and the area.
Yeah. So
it feels kind of special to be out, out of Chicago and kind of fighting locally too.
Okay.
I really enjoy that.
And when I posted a picture of you and your last fight with your gear on, I got a lot of questions. Where'd you come up with the samurai and all of that? Where'd the outfit come from? The mask? God. I got a lot of questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I love it.
How did it start?
So I think I kind of generally. So my family's from Japan. My dad's from Japan. My grandfather is actually from. He's from a samurai family in the the region of Saga, Japan.
Okay.
So, and I lived in Japan for a while when I was. In high school, yeah. So I'm kind of like back and forth. So kind of my heritage and my identity. I was kind of like identified with like the Bushido code and a lot of Japanese culture.
Yeah.
So to me, is kind of who I feel like I am, but at the same time, I feel like it jives really well with boxing because it's a fight sport, it's warfare. So I really just kind of leaned into that to kind of carry me through and like express myself. The mask is kind of a samurai mask. Like samurais actually would wear a lot of scary stuff in battle so that they would look like demons and they would.
Okay.
So when they were in battle, they would wear masks like that and they would wear like horns. And so.
It looked good. It looked official. Did you get it from Japan or the mask?
The mask, you know what? The mask design is a really traditional design, but I'm sure it was probably made in China.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's all right.
Hey, we're neighbors.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome that it really means something to you, not just like a gimmick or something like that. So it's good for people to know that.
Culture, but so it helps that people identify with it. But for me, it's.
And you went to high school over there. That's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
How long have you been boxing for?
Gotta be 12 years now.
12 years? Man.
Saying that makes me feel old.
No, experience, not old.
Experience, yes, exactly, yeah. I don't have any excuses now. I can't do certain stupid stuff. Like, I just started.
Yeah, no, they got you on record now. You can't even lie, they're going to back check you.
I can't drop my hands or anything.
Right. Even though coach hits you for dropping your hands.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I should say I've been only boxing for 3 years. And then the mistakes I make won't be so bad. No.
Oh, man.
I feel like it's nice to feel like experienced and kind of like, kind of got some time in the sport.
When you started, you get any like kickback from family or anything? Like, are you nuts? What are you doing? Or none of that, or more supportive? What you get?
I feel like it's really hard for people that don't understand boxing. I don't really come from a tradition where people have boxed in my family. So it was really difficult for a lot of people, a lot of my friends as well as my family. So I definitely why do you want to do this? What is this about? So you're spot on with that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
My daughter,
love.
Right. Yeah. My daughter up a little bit for a while, and then she went off to college, so she stopped. But before that, my aunts and her, why are you doing this? Like I was making her. I was like, I'm not.
Then
like this is all her, But the moms, the aunts.
Yeah.
And
there is an element of real danger in it. It's not like I work in boxing has element more mentally. So I think it's hard for people to understand that, but when you get it, you get it, right?
Yeah, right. Did you do anything before boxing in sports?
Yes,
What did you?
did ballet actually when I was a kid for a long time, and then I played soccer for a long time.
You know what I've noticed? Get to the ballet, back to the ballet.
Yeah.
But, when I was in high school, everyone that played soccer, that was good at soccer, was good at every sport. I was just like, why didn't you guys put me in soccer? Like,
I know, yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. I was, because they got their foot, their hand and eye coordination, feet and everything, and it just translated in every other sport. I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it is.
It's savage.
Yeah.
They just sprint for like 90 minutes straight.
Right. They would have the big legs.
Yeah, it's crazy. You have to be on it all the time.
Right.
Soccer is hard.
And the ballet, that obviously helped with your footwork.
It's
It had to have. I'm not big on ballet. I don't know the ins and outs, but you tell me.
It did, yeah. You got to do balance. I mean, dancers and ballet and all those kind of performing arts where you want to make sure it looks like it's effortless, kind of like boxing.
Okay.
Boxing, you want to make sure it looks effortless. There's a lot of pain and suffering going on in the background, but you're just trying to look graceful and balance, like you got everything together. So I think that aspect is what, like the mental aspect of, you have to, it's a performance, as well as, no matter how much you're suffering, you have to be cognizant of how that translates to the people that are watching.
Right, you can't be making faces and appreciating pain and stuff.
Right,
After this, you go into acting or something.
Yes,
Your second act or something in life.
Or poker, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of easier money, quicker money there too.
People always say, like, have you ever seen like the memes where they're like, some other sports or some other things in life where it's better if you pretend like you're hurt?
Yeah.
In boxing, you have to pretend like you're not hurt.
Right.
And that's the way to go. And you could be dying inside, but the game is to pretend like you're not.
Yeah, that is true with everything. So the referee don't stop us, your opponent doesn't know.
Exactly,
a lot of things. I love when they get hit with a good hit and they just like shake it off and smile.
Right.
It's just like, that hurt.
You're like, oh, that hurt. Yeah.
You're like, wow. He's like, that was a good one.
That was definitely a good one.
I can't wait till I see someone say that. Be like, oh, wow, you got me.
That'd be different.
Oh,
that would throw me off. I'd be like, is this reverse psychology?
Yeah. Who do you like watching on TV?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not missing his fight or her fight or.
Boxing. There's the real technical, athletic, beautiful sport aspect of boxing for me. Right. But I think one of the really good things about boxing is that it's a person. Like, it's the way that they approach their life, that they move through the world. It's their backstory. It's what they represent, and I feel like I have a couple people that I technically love to follow just because they're beautiful athletes. Yeah. And there's some people that I love to follow because they're really beautiful people. Yeah. So I have kind of a combination of people that I follow because of the story, and a combination of people that I follow because I just love to watch them.
Who name me a few of them?
Let's see. Like, I think I love to watch Lomachenko. I like
Lomachenko.
Watch him as an athlete. Yeah. He's amazing. And then I love I love what Amanda Serrano is doing for the sport, especially as a woman. I think it's really exciting how she kind of really stands up for a lot of things, and she's achieved so much. She's an amazing athlete too. Right. And Katie Taylor is really.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah. I really respect and look up to them as like athletes and women and people. Right. So there's a lot of that aspect. It's hard for me to separate boxing from ethics from personality. Like, I love that the sport is so raw in that. Right. So I follow it kind of. I got you. Yeah. Like a lot of people saying like, oh, boxing's dead, this and that, and I'm like, there's no way. I mean, you just named 2 gold medalists. Lomachenko has 2 gold medals. Katie Taylor's a gold medalist, and what Amanda Serrano is doing, like you said, and putting 3-minute rounds. He's representing women and everything, and that's huge for me. Man, I don't know. I know. It's so exciting. It's really a special thing. It's really a special thing to see how people boxing is kind of like where you're like, hey, I'm a fighter. I'm standing up for things. Right. And I love that like fighters carry that to other aspects of life too, where they're like, hey, I'm a fighter in the ring, but I'm a fighter for certain causes I believe in. I'm a fighter for like myself or my family or things I've been through. Right. That's why I love boxing. I feel like boxing it's like boxing culture, you know, boxing like mindset.
I used to before the 24/7s. I remember HBO used to just always have a backstory, and then that will like get me like to press that button pay-per-view and
absolutely. Oh my gosh, I think that's what's really special about boxing is like you see what they're carrying into the ring with them, and they're alone. You know, they're doing it on their own. And like movies, you know, Cinderella Man, like a lot of like Rocky. People identify with those stories because it's like it's the human story kind of. It's like it's that like crux of like the soul of what really inspires them and what life's kind of about. Right. I feel like boxing has that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny it. You know?
No, I don't think boxing's dead because as long as we're humans and we're struggling with things, I think boxing is always going to be alive.
Right, and then they're going, and you're not by yourself. You got your team, but you're in there. You know, you got to listen, stick to the game plan that they got for you. You know, plan A, plan B, whatever you need to do, and do it. But you don't have like a running back, a lineman. That take those hits for you. You got to dodge them, or you're gonna get hit with them. You know?
I know. I think it's so special. Like when you come back to the corner and you come back to the team. That's something no other sport has. You know, that moment there. And I think it's super special. There's some things that with the way that like fight sports have evolved and, you know, social media, marketing and stuff. Right. I'm sure boxing has a lot of ways that we can keep up. You know, and we can maybe do better. But the heart that's there, I don't think you're ever gonna have to sell people. You know what I'm saying? Like if the core is good, you just gotta like figure out like the little like things around it.
Yeah, the core ain't fading away. The core is always gonna be there. You get your little the casuals come in and then they leave and then they come in.
Exactly.
You know?
You gotta have a great mindset.
We just gotta keep some of them to stick around and then we'll be all right.
I think that's what the casuals really identify with, that like universal theme that they like that. And that's okay because it doesn't have to be about like somebody doesn't have to know exactly what an educated looks like to enjoy boxing. Right. You know, they can get the general universal sense of it and be able to support it. And I think if we can, you know, like kind of not sell but kind of bring that forward. Right. It's okay that people like maybe only identify with, hey, you know, it's a struggle, it's a fight. Right. That's on the basic end. That's what it is.
Going back to what you just said, one of my favorite parts in the fight is listening to the cornermen talking, like giving them their instructions and everything. Yeah. So it like when they're talking and don't cut into the corners, like I want
to know what's going on there. That's a big part of it.
I just want to hear what he's telling them.
That's a big part of it.
Or whatever.
Those relationships and, you know, how the trust that's there. Right. It's scary. You're going out, you're risking your life, and you come back to your corner and it's your safe space. And how does that conversation go? Right. You know, how do you look back there? If you look real confident in the ring, you're kind of like, oh, I'm actually tired. My legs are
and they're like fucking
am I winning?
Get the water, you know?
Exactly. It's
one of my favorite moments was when Terrence Crawford was fighting Sean Porter, and they're like, "You're losing." He's like, "I'm losing," and he's like, He's like, "I'm not." He's like, "No, you're losing." He's like, "What?" And he went out and knocked him out, and I was just like, "Oh my god," you know.
And his corner probably knew like that. That's what he needed to hear.
And it was a close fight. I didn't think he was losing, but it was close, and you know, you never know. Yeah. So, but right after that, he's like, "Oh," then turned it on. If we would have missed that part of the, you know what I mean? That was a big part of the fight.
Absolutely, because then he comes out the next round. Like, oh, what happened was different. Yeah. It was what happened in the corner.
Exactly. Yeah. Bowman's like, he's like, fuck that.
It's a big part of the story. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Now I understand.
Oh man. No, but for people that haven't watched you fight, like what fighter resembles your style? Like, kind of let them know what they're in for when they come to see Samurai Cat fight.
Gosh, that's a great question. No, I think, and I'm not trying to say this to evade the question, but I truly think like my style is so unique because I have the ability to do so many different things, and in some ways it's a really like it's a big strength, and in some ways it's hard because I want to say, do I want to box this fight? Do I want to be a pressure fighter this fight? Do I want to have good footwork? Do I want to power puncher? So I think it's been harder for me to narrow down my skill set rather than just like, oh, this is what I do. I do this one thing, and that's what I'm good at. It's exciting and also challenging to be good at so many things. Right. But I have to then pick the right combination. So I think that every fight has actually been a little different.
Yeah.
I've had like a straight up knockout. You know, I've had some fights that are like really beautiful and technical. I've had some fights that are speed, footwork, and so I think for me, challenge is to figure out what I want to show each fight, and for the fans, it's great because they're gonna be like, "What is she gonna bring this fight?"
Right.
I don't know.
And then leave your opponent scratching their heads too.
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
What are we gonna get?
Yeah.
They got a plan for all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I feel like, oh, man, I wish I was just kind of like a real simple, you know, one trick type of fighter.
Yeah.
Because it'd be easier. I'd be like, this is what I do good. I'm gonna just go out and do it. But I think I've really like started to embrace the fact that there's so like the sky is the limit for me, especially with a good team.
Yeah.
It's hard when you don't understand your own like technical ability. You don't understand your own like limitlessness. But then when you have a good team, a good coach showing you exactly what you can do, what you can become, and how to specifically do it,
right.
and that confidence comes of like, you know what? We're gonna figure it out, and there's something new each time. And I'm a new pro, so
right.
even though I have like an amateur pedigree, I'm still like figuring out. Oh my gosh, like what is Samurai Cat gonna be besides a badass? I mean,
You're like, wow, that really worked. Coach told me.
Yeah, exactly. For me, the one thing I know, I'm gonna go in there and you're gonna kill me before I get out of here. That's nice to know about myself. That's one for sure thing. You know,
all right.
I'm not leaving without the win.
All right.
Everything else is details.
You got the sword back there too, just in case.
Yeah. Forgot the sword.
Oh man.
You never know.
Yeah.
I will do anything.
Not the sword.
When I say anything, I mean anything.
Oh man.
Ping pong in there if we can't figure it out.
Oh man. You obviously you work out here at Knuckle Heads.
Yeah. Yes.
You want to talk about your training here and coaches a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So Knuckle Heads is a fantastic gym. The owners, the trainers. I didn't know that they were here. This is a really historic part of Chicago. I actually work downtown in the Gold Coast.
Yes.
And our team trains out of Ada Park. So we have a couple different places that we train, but Knuckle Heads has been a really, really amazing kind of like home away from home, and like have welcomed us in to be able to train here. And I'm really lucky that my team will meet me here. My coach, Tiffany Griffin, she's an amazing person, and she'll come and meet me here, and we'll be able to get a workout in. And then also Marty and Ruben are really good trainers out here, and they're very experienced fighters themselves. So there's a lot that we've been able to kind of like converse with them about and kind of share our knowledge, and they've been super supportive. So it makes a big difference. Boxing gyms are like, you know, boxing gyms are boxing gyms.
Right.
And when you walk into a boxing gym, you're like, okay, I'm home.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, in a different country or a different space or whatever, like boxing is a universal language.
They do have a lot of open arms. You come into the, you know, if you're a boxer and you're out of state and you go just looking for a workout, they're like, oh, come on in.
Yeah, they're like, oh, cool. You get it? I get it? Okay, we get it. Like, I love that. I think that I like that. And it's like across cultures, across personalities, across backgrounds. It's a universal language and everybody gets it. Right. And I love that.
I'm going to share a little story with you. Not too much, but I used to work out here too with Marty.
I knew you were cool. I knew you were a knucklehead.
But Marty's like, man, I don't know if this is for you. And that's why I'm sitting in this seat. And you're
No way. Get out of here.
Yeah, I was here for a couple months, maybe 2 years back, and I come by visit Marty here and there.
My gosh. Oh my god, I love Marty.
Yeah, me too. He tells me what it is too, man.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, you know what? When Marty says something, and be like, you know what? I know you're not lying.
Right.
I might not want to hear it, but I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was always, get your hands up.
Yes.
He was just what? He's like, you're gonna get knocked out with your hands up. That's my favorite line from him. It's always like.
Yeah, at least you know.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, boxing coaches are, man, I love boxing coaches.
Yeah.
They're just a whole breed.
Right. Yeah, the world needs more.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. Like, there's no type of like. It's such an amazing relationship to have somebody that pushes you so hard.
Right.
You know, and they're so tough on you, and they know what it takes because it's like it's life or death in there, and you know they know that and they take that seriously. But then they connect with you and they know your mental ins and outs, and they have to figure out how to push you as a person, as a fighter, how to get you safe, keep you safe, and keep you successful. And like that's a special type of person.
Or you can't just rush you right into the lion's den when you're not ready for
exactly,
it.
Yeah,
know?
and they got to be super tough on you so you're ready when you get in there.
Right.
Which is like not everybody can do that. That really like type of like consistent tough ball. I appreciate it.
Yeah, they were sparring right here a little bit ago, and I can hear them like, you know, like you're tougher than what you think you are, this and that, and you know, like words of encouragement.
You're not tired.
Yeah. I was getting hyped up. I'm like, man.
I know. Yeah.
Oh man. Is there anything else you want to tell the fans, or got any news coming up?
I have a lot of news coming up. I have a fight coming up in February.
Oh wow!
I think this year is going to be a great year.
Okay.
I feel I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the sport of boxing and what it's given me, and I'm really excited where I am right now. I hope that I can like settle into my pro career and really do something with it. And man, I look forward to what's next, and I hope at some point I can be in the position where I can help other people and, you know, do things that you do in City of Champions Boxing and my coach. And right now in my life, I'm just so grateful. I'm really inspired. So I'm excited for what comes next. I feel like the sky's the limit. Hopefully not in an arrogant way, but in a way it's like I hope I can express myself and get back to the world and get back to the sport of boxing.
Right. I didn't get one sense of arrogance when you said that. I know it's humbled. I know where it's coming from. It's hard
to feel like you have so much to give and achieve without, you know, like it's hard to get that sense across. Like I want to give too, you know, I want to achieve, and I'm excited, and I want to give back too, and I'm really excited for the future.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward. I'll be at your fight, so for sure I'll be there. And to kick off 2024, hopefully the way you ended it, 23.
Absolutely.
So and moving forward.
Yeah, and I'm excited about what you're doing too. I love your stuff. I love following you. You know, like you know a lot about boxing. You know, you just have like the heart and soul of boxing you're talking about. So thank you for involving us and doing what you do for fighters and for the sport.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
I love boxing since I was a kid, man. It just like
it gets in you.
Right, yeah, and it just doesn't stop. And I'm like, it's like I said to Tiffany, this was started off as a hobby a few years back, then I started taking it more serious, and I'm here now, you know. Knuckle Heads.
Who knows? No, you're making knuckleheads. Yeah. We're all knuckleheads at heart, I guess.
Right.
Well, thanks so much.
All right, thank you so much.
Appreciate you taking the time.
Before you leave, let everyone know where to follow you from.
Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram at samurai_cat___. Oh yeah, it's on my t-shirt.
I'll make sure to tag her too, so you guys will find her.
Thank you. The support really means a lot to me, and all boxers appreciate the support like that. So thank you guys.